Hi everyone! So I have a really quick tutorial that I want to share with you guys. I have been wanting to do a spooky Christmas for many years and I never get to it. I love Nightmare Before Christmas. I love how it mashes my two favorite holidays, Halloween and Christmas together. So I've been wanting to do this. I've had it in my mind forever. So I'm finally going to put these together. I'm so excited. So I had recently purchased these skulls from Temu. They're 20 mm and they were $4.48 for the string here. Then I have this sequence that I've had for a very long time. I use it on the bottom of my beads when the hole is too large for the head pin. So I went with the clear one because I feel like it just blended in. It's not really easy to see. So these were from AliExpress. And then I have some 2-inch head pins here that I got on clearance from Michael's. And then I got the little Santa hats from Hobby Lobby. They are 50% off right now, so they only cost me $1 for the 6-piece. And then I just have some polyfill right here. Now, I took this from my mom. She just buys a big pillow from Walmart. And then that's what she uses as her fill because it's a lot cheaper than buying this stuff from Joann's. So what I did was I took one of these Santa hats here. And then you see it's really long right here. And I didn't want to try to like cuff it up. I mean, I guess you could. But I didn't like that you can see like the seam in the back over here. So it just wasn't my favorite to try to like cuff it up to make it a little bit smaller. So what I did was I folded it so that way I can see the front. And then I just cut across and I cut. It's going to depend on how long you want yours to be. So I cut like, what is that? Like maybe 1/4 of it off the bottom. Because it was just a little too long for my liking. Then I cut that crooked. There we go. Just go ahead and trim it and fix it up so that it's even. And then I'm going to take one of my head pins here. And then I'm going to take one of my beads, get out one of my sequins. So I'm going to go ahead and put my sequence on my head pin there. Then I'm going to put my skull on like that. And then I figured out where I wanted it to come out of the hat. Now the reason why I put it on before I stuffed it with the polyfill is because I did it like that the first time. And then some of this stuff was peeping out the top when I got the head pin through there. And I didn't like how that looked. So I had to take everything out. So I'm just going to go ahead and find about like the halfway mark because I did bend my Santa hat down just to get a little bit of like character to it. So I do want to do that again. So you're just going to kind of like eye how far you want your hat to go down, and then you want your head pin to come out over here to the side. So that's what I'm going to do. And then you can kind of see that there's like thread. So you don't want to like split that thread. So just kind of find and wiggle it around. Then put your skull and his hat on, and then kind of just, you know, see which way you want it to go. So I gave it a little bit of a spin, and I like this side for my hat better. So I'll put that there. Then I just need to make sure that I don't pull my head pin out. Then I'm going to take a little bit of this fill stuff. You don't need very much. These hats are very small. So I just kind of like crinkled it and worked it in my fingers to kind of make like a little like tube out of it. So that way it'll fit up into the hat. And then I just kind of pushed that in there. And then I used my pliers to kind of push that up in the hat. You are going to need round nose pliers because we are going to need to bend down our head pin. So you see as I'm stuffing the fill in, I am holding the head pin. And you just kind of work that around there. And it's still able to bend down. So I want to make sure I can still bend that down. There you go. So that looks good about there. Have my fill in there. So still holding the head pin so I don't lose any of my pieces. That's why these 2-inch ones were really nice to have. I'm going to go ahead and get my hot glue, and just right on the inside of the white rim, I'm going to add some hot glue there. And then I'm going to slide it back down on to my skull. I'm going to hold it there for a second to make sure it attaches. Now I'm going to do this the lazy way. I call it the lazy way, where I just roll my head pin down because I don't feel like doing the proper like pretty wire wrapping. So I'm just going to roll that down so that's all nice and secure. I mean, you could leave his little hat like this. You could also, you know, tuck it to the back, but I like the little sideways look. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that again, but maybe I do it on the opposite side because the other one was on the left. I'll go to the right this time. And then right here, like right in the crease, I'm just going to add a tiny little dab of hot glue there and just bring it down. I'm like, on this one I liked it because I ended up covering the seam. So you see the seam right here? I ended up covering it over here. So I'm like, oh, I like how that looks. That came out cleaner looking. See on the back, you can see the seam of the hat, where when I did it this way to the side, I kind of get to hide all of that. So I think I'm going to do the rest like that from now on and just be more aware of where the seam is on my hat. And then just go ahead and put that where I want to tuck and bend down the hat. So even if I do the same thing where I tuck the hat to the back, I still want to make sure that I have my seam over there because I like how that looks. That just looks really nice and clean that you can't even see the seam of the hat. So I like how that looks, where on this one I could go ahead and see it right there. So those are my little Santa skulls. I think they're so cute. I'm so happy that I was finally able to do my little project that I've been wanting to do. So hopefully I can make some more little spooky Christmas items, and I'm really excited because, like I said, I've wanted to do this for a while. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Hope you guys are having a great day, and we'll see you later. Bye guys.